Greetings, fans. Welcome back to another episode of Outlaw Championship Wrestling. I know it's been a bit, but we are back, and we got a heck of a card here today. This is a card for on November 1st, 1980, card number 44, and we're heading to that magic number 52. And we are coming to you live from the Memorial Auditorium in Burlington, Vermont. And the big news is that Ernie Ladd is back from his injury, and Gary Hart and all of his men are back from their suspensions. So tonight, the main event is going to be Ernie Ladd versus Killer Kahn with Gary Hart at ringside. Now, it's a grudge match. There's no stipulations here, but we'll see what happens. I have some feeling that things might get out of control. We got the Wild Samoans versus the Hollywood Blondes in tag team action. Another grudge match spanning from what happened on our last card. And then it's going to be Jerry Lawler, who is he has lost his last 6 matches. But he is going to be taking on Sweet Daddy Siki in a grudge match. Junkyard Dog versus Kamala. And the Mongolian Stomper versus the Great Kabuki. So Gary Hart's men all over here tonight. And our opening match that we're going to start off with is going to be Jesse Ventura, the latest addition to the Outlaw Championship roster, taking on Ron Simmons. So let's head over there and let's get this match going. Jesse Ventura versus Ron Simmons. And looks like Ron Simmons just going to barely get the initiative there. Arm Wringer and Hammer, 2. Hurt, 2. All-American Beatdown, 2. Hurt, 2. Jumping Face Slam, Choice D. Let's see. He's got power. Ooh, so that would work on a 6 or less. Going to go for the agility. This will work on a 10 or less. It doesn't work. Ventura able to reverse it. Elbow to the neck, Choice E. And he is going to go for the agility. This will work on a 9 or less. It does work. And Ron Simmons is down. He is not leaving the ring. Kick to the gut, 2. Dazed, 1. Face rake on ropes, 2. Ron Simmons reverses it. Arm Wringer and Hammer, hurt, 2. Into the turnbuckle. Whips Jesse Ventura into the turnbuckle, and it is a reversal. Crushed by a big kick. Opponent rolls on level 2 offense. Knee drop to the back, 2. Hurt, 2. Double thrust to the throat, 2. Hurt, 2. Running clothesline, 3. Down 3. Kick to the gut. Down 3. Bear hug. Locks it in. Hurt, 2. Running clothesline, 3. Down 3. Ron Simmons not going to leave the ring. Kick to the gut, 2. Hurt, 2. Double thrust to the throat, 2. Hurt, 2. Running clothesline, 3. Down 3. He's not leaving. Spike pile driver, 3. Add 1. Tag. I got to make a little note here. Spike pile driver, 3. Add 1. Tag. Well, he is not in a tag match. So that's going to be power slam, 3. Down 3. Body breaker. And there is, what happened here? Oh, body breaker 1. It should be +1. We can correct that even though it's wrong on the card there. Body breaker 1. So the target here is going to be 4. The roll is an 8. There's 1 fatigue there. Body breaker again, +1. Target is going to be 5. Roll is a 3. That is it. The match is over. I think this might be the last time you see Ron Simmons here in Outlaw Championship Wrestling, because he can't win. He can't win. All right, so this is a body breaker. Oops, I can spell. Body breaker. Let's see, 1 star. Yeah, nice win for Jesse Ventura as we head for our next match, and that is going to be, this one should be a while. Actually, I'm going to swap these two because this should be higher on the card. Mongolian Stomper and Great Kabuki are higher ranked. So here we go. We're going to go with Junkyard Dog versus Kamala. And let me see. Gary Hart, does he have... This chart can be used twice per match in place. All right, so he gets 2 interference attempts. We'll delete that off of there. All right, here we go. Junkyard Dog versus Kamala. And Kamala is he's ready to go after being gone for 4 cards. Pat Belly and Stomp hurt too into the turnbuckle. Yeah, he'll whip him into the turnbuckle, even though he has an A. Junkyard Dog lifts a knee, and he whips Kamala into the turnbuckle. The wrestler with the better turnbuckle rating, that is going to be Junkyard Dog. He rolls a football tackle, down 3. Kamala going to leave the ring. The opponent comes out of the ring. Kamala grabs him, smashes into the announce table. He might be disqualified here, and he is disqualified. And let's see. I'll look here. That did end in doubles. So Junkyard Dog wins the match via DQ when Kamala, we'll say, body slams JYD on the announce table. And we'll say that is a dud, but let us roll on the feud table and see what happens here. Kamala was red, so let's see. He's just lost. One wrestler of your choice comes out to help the victim. First, they attack the aggressor's ringside companion. Both wrestlers. Aggressor is... Kamala just came back. I'm just going to say it ends in a brawl. I'm not going to do any injuries or anything like that. We'll just say it ends in a brawl. And let's see who could come out. We'll say Sweet Daddy Siki came out because he is still wrestling as a face to help Junkyard Dog. And there you go. All right. Here we go. This match I'm looking forward to. The Mongolian Stomper taking on Kabuki. This one could get out of control as well. Let's put up 2 interference attempts there. And let's roll the dice. And a great Kabuki. Karate kick to the head. An agility move. He has the agility. That will work. Hurt 2. Second rope falling fist. Try a Scorpion Deathlock. Yes, he's going to go for that. This will work on an 11 or less. It does. Mongolian Stomper in trouble. Hurt 2. Spinning Chop 2. Dazed 1. Maybe he's not in trouble. Into the ropes. Whipped into the ropes. Which wrestler is more powerful? That is going to be the Mongolian Stomper. He's going to roll on level 2 offense and roll a choice F. And going to go for the power move. This will work on a 9 or less. 9. It works. And there you go. Great Kabuki. Being pinned. Target is 3, rolls a 10. And Stomper hits the Shininomaki, so target is going to be 6. This is going to call in a distraction from Gary Hart. Let's see if it works. It does. It is a success. So that will be another fatigue there for Great Kabuki. And Mongolian Stomper is going to throw him out of the ring. He crawls helplessly back in. Choke over the top rope. Hurt 2. Head slam into turnbuckle 2. Hurt 2. Wishbone stomp 3. That catches him again. This is going to bring Gary Hart in to interfere. Great Kabuki. Yeah, so we're going to roll on this. Green Mist. Hart distracts the referee. The Green Mist is unleashed on the opponent. Kabuki takes over on level 3 offense. And can that only happen once per match? Let me see on Gary Hart's cards. Opponent is disoriented. No, I guess it could happen again, technically, if we roll on that. So Kabuki takes over on level 3, but he's going to get another fatigue there, and he is bleeding. He rolls on level 3. Heart punch 3. Down 3. Running jump kick 2. Mongolian Stomper gets out of the way. Tosses Kabuki into the ropes. The wrestler with the better ropes rating, that's going to be Kabuki. Recovers first, rolls on level 3. Running jump kick 2. Hurt 2. Spinning chop 2. Hurt 2. Shoulder nerve pinch hold. Hurt 2. Drop kick. Choice B. Let's see. His turnbuckle is a B. Whips him into the turnbuckle. Bounce forward. Catches the opponent with a skull-splitting lariat. Rolls on level 3. And Kabuki is going to roll out of the ring. A Ryle Brawl erupts. The wrestler with the better ring rating. They both have an A. So he's going to roll on level 3. Headlock and thumb to the throat. Hurt 2. Choice F, going to go for the power moves 9 or less. 8, it does work. Hurt 2. Hammerlock and Stomps 3, Hurt 2, Trapezius Claw 2, Dazed 1. Beal Throw has the power, that will work, but no, Kabuki blocks it. Side Kick 2 midsection, but doesn't have the power to make that happen. Trapezius Claw 2, Dazed 1. Judo Chop, Kabuki gonna reverse that. Choice E. I'm going to go for the agility. This will work on an 11 or less. 8. And Mongolian Stomper is hurt. Shoulder Nerve Pinch Hold, Hurt 2. Spinning Chop 2, Hurt 2. Spinning Chop 2, Hurt 2. Drop Kick, Choice B. Going to whip him into the turnbuckle. The opponent gets in position for a running clothesline, but they move. But you move and they crash into the turnbuckle. You cover them for the pin. And I'm going to, in moments like this, I always say that it happens so fast, Gary Hart can't interfere. So the target is going to be 6, and the roll is an 8. He is able to kick out. And second rope stomp, Choice G. Going to go, Death Jump is a C. Going to go for the power, though. And this will work on a roll of 10 or less, and it does. Down 3, and Kabuki leaves the ring. The opponent comes out of the ring. Mongolian Stomper grabs a chair. He might be disqualified here. Let's see. He is not. Smashes him with the chair, throws him back in, hits him with a power body slam. There's his pin. This is going to bring in Gary Hart's last interference. Hart distracts the referee. Green missed again. But that is it. No more interference attempts there. And he does get another fatigue. And there is a running jump kick, 2. Hurt 2. Second rope falling fist, Choice E. Going to go for the agility. This will work on an 11 or less. It does. Hurt 2. And Choice B again into the turnbuckle. Whips him in. Crushed by a big kick. And there is Choice E again. Going to go for the agility, 11 or less. And roll is a 10, so that does work. Hurt 2, can't get him down. Choice E again, 11 or less, gets it again. There's his pin. Target is 3, rolls a 9. He is able to kick out of that. Heart Punch 3, Hurt 2, Spinning Chomp 2, Hurt 2. Shoulder Nerve Pinch Hold 3, down 3. There's the Spinning Thrust Kick, and let's see what his asterisk is. That's the green mist. He's already done it. I am not going to let him. He's done it twice already. I'm not going to let him do it again. So he'll just do Spinning Thrust Kick +1. Target is 5. Roll is an 8. And Kabuki fighting back here. Oriental Face Claw is Mongolian Stomper going to submit. Target is 5. Roll is a 7. But that Face Claw busted open the Mongolian Stomper. There's another Heart Punch. Hurt 2. Uppercut punches 2. Hurt 2. Shoulder Nerve Pinch Hold 3. Hurt 2. Choice B, going to whip him into the turnbuckle again. Crushed by a big kick. Choice E again, going to go for the agility, 11 or less. It works. And there is a Hurt 2. Armpit Claw. He's clawing him all over the place. Hurt 2. Armpit Claw. Keeps it locked in. Down 3. He will throw him out of the ring. This is a wild match. He crawls helplessly back in. Throws him out of the ring again. Crawls helplessly back in. There's a Heart Punch. Hurt 2. Choice E again. 11 or less. 11 just gets it. Hurt 2. Armpit Claw 3. Down 3. Out of the ring. Tosses him out of the ring. And Mongolian Stomper grabs him, whips him into the turnbuckle post, throws him back in, and then chokes him over the top rope. Hurt 2. Big mistake throwing him out of the ring there. There's a Wishbone Stomp. Hurt 2. Head slam into the turnbuckle 2. Hurt 2. Hammerlock and Stomps 3. Down 3. Headlock and thumb to the throat 2. Hurt 2. Wishbone Stomp 3. Hurt 2. Hammerlock and Stomps 3. Down 3. and he's going to toss him out of the ring. And he grabs him and whips him into the turnbuckle post and then locks in the Oriental Face Claw, and Mongolian Stomper is going to roll out of the ring. The wrestler with the better ring rating, that's going to be, well, not better, but they're equal. So Kabuki is going to roll a running jump kick 2, hurt 2, spinning chop 2, hurt 2, second rope falling fist choice E, gonna go for that agility, 11 or less, gets it, hurt 2, shoulder nerve pinch hold, hurt 2, shoulder nerve pinch hold, down 3, out of the ring, tosses him out of the ring, and he will roll on level 3 offense. There's a heart punch, hurt 2, armpit claw 3, hurt 2, armpit claw 3, down 3. Stomper's going to roll out of the ring, and Kabuki's trying to hit him with the nunchucks, and he might be disqualified here. Gary Hart can't do anything. DQ is 6. He is not disqualified. Smashes him, throws him back in, rolls on level 3. There's the Oriental Face Claw, down 3. And Stomper rolls out of the ring again, crawls helplessly back in. Death jump. Kabuki going to the top, but Stomper recovers, throws him off the top turnbuckle. And second rope stomp. Going to go for the power. This will work on a 10 or less. 8, it does. And that is a hurt 2. Into the ropes, whips him into the ropes, but Kabuki hits him with a pile driver, and then a heart punch, hurt 2, shoulder nerve pinch hold, hurt 2, spinning chop 2, hurt 2, shoulder nerve pinch hold 3, there's his pin, target is 6, rolls a 10. This match continues. Running jump kick 2. Mongolian Stomper reverses with a face rake. Dazed 1. Rebounding forearm strike 3. That is a power move. That will work. And Great Kabuki is hurt. Head slam into turnbuckle. Dazed 1. Heel throw 2. That will work. It's power move. Head slam into turnbuckle 2. Hurt 2. Head slam into turnbuckle 2. Hurt 2. Head slam into turnbuckle. Dazed 1. We're headed back up. Rebounding forearm strike 3. That will work. Down 3. Kabuki rolls out of the ring. The wrestler with the better ring rating there equal. So that is Stomper. Shinanamaki +2. Target is 10. Roll is a 6. And the match is over. And what a match it was. Ladies and gentlemen. 10. Grudge 5-star match. It wasn't a Grudge match, but 5-star match there. Mongolian Stomper with a huge victory over Great Kabuki, and I think you might see. Definitely, he's going to be in the #1 contenders match. But I may just give him the title shot for the title because he has been on an impressive win streak. All right, here is our next match, and that is going to be Jerry Lawler taking on, let me see, I'm just making sure that, I don't know if these sound effects are coming through. I don't know if you're hearing like the bell and everything. And I'm just now realizing that. I don't think you are. Why would this not be? FG Assistant, yep. Activate system audio capture. There we go. All right, so now you should hear them. I can't see. Yes, okay. So sorry about that. You will have sounds now of the sounds of the bell and all that kind of good stuff. I don't know why that was just deselected. It shouldn't have been. All right, here we go. This is a Grudge match. And actually, I am going to say that since this is a Grudge match, even though Sweet Daddy Siki is a good guy, he's going to be wrestling as a heel. So we will use the bold in ropes things over here. All right, so here we go. Rolling the dice, ringing the bell, and Lawler going to start things off with a slap to the face, dazing Sweet Daddy Siki. Hip toss. Do they both have 0? I think I check this every single time. Yes, they both do. So that is a level 2. Sweet Daddy Siki reverses it into the ropes, whips Lawler into the ropes. You count the ropes with powerful flying shoulder tackle. Knee drop 3, hurt 2. Vertical suplex, 3. Hurt, 2. Into the ropes. Whips Siki into the ropes. But Siki hits him with a pile driver. And then an airplane spin. Hurt, 2. Into the ropes. Whips Lawler into the ropes. Power rating, they are equal. So opponent rolls on level 2 offense. Standing drop kick, 3. Down 3. Neck breaker. Target is 2. Roll is a 7. Now, doesn't he have pile driver? Oh, that's over on hurt 2. Okay. Got it. I just wanted to make sure where that trigger was. So Sweet Daddy Siki with a back rake. Hurt 2. Standing drop kick, 3. Down 3. Airplane spin, 3. Hurt 2. This is a face stomp. Still just a level 2 move. Dazed 1. Choice F. Backhand chop. Going to go for the power move. 7 or less. Does not work. Lawler able to reverse it. Into the turnbuckle goes Siki. Opponent rolls on level 2 offense. Into the turnbuckle again. Crushed by a big kick. Knee drop, 3. There's his pin. Target is 4. Roll is an 11. He is able to kick out. Series of punches, 3. Hurt 2. Head scissors, 2. Hurt 2. Into the turnbuckle. Whips him into the turnbuckle, and it's a reversal. Lawler into the turnbuckle, but catches him with a skull-splitting lariat. Goes down hard. Hurt 2. Into the turnbuckle again. Crushed by a big kick. Head scissors, 2. Sweet Daddy Siki reverses it on level 2. There's another face stomp. Hurt 2. Another face stomp. Hurt 2. Another face stomp. Dazed 1. There is an arm wringer and hair pull. This is an agility move, but it will work. Level 2. But Lawler, no, ducks out the back. Back suplex. That will work. Down 3. Sweet Daddy Siki is going to roll out of the ring. Crawls helplessly back in. Leg drop. Choice G. Let's see. Going to go for the power move. 8 or less. 8 gets it. Down 3. And Sweet Daddy Siki rolls out of the ring. And Lawler comes out and goes to smash him with a chair. He might be disqualified here. He is not. Smashes him with the chair. Throws him back in. Choice C. Going to go for the agility. 7 or less. Does not work. Siki with a flurry of punches. Hurt 2. Into the ropes. Whips him into the ropes. And he comes off the ropes with a powerful flying shoulder tackle. Into the ropes again. The opponent uses one of his specialty moves and goes in for the kill. Tosses Sweet Daddy Siki out of the ring. He crawls helplessly back in. Leg drop. Choice G. Going to go for the power move. 8 or less. It does work. Down 3, and Siki rolls out of the ring, crawls helplessly back in. There's a second rope fist drop. Target is 5, rolls a 3, and that is it. The match is over. And let's see, Jerry Lawler with the second rope fist drop. That will get 1 star for a grudge match. And let's see, that's 1.5, so that'll be 2.5 stars there. Nice win for Jerry Lawler. He's broken his losing streak. And now it's time for some tag team action. And we've got the Wild Samoans versus Austin and Pillman, the Hollywood Blondes. And let's do Sika versus Pillman. And Pillman is going to start things off. Hollywood Blondes are 0-4. They need a win here, or this might be the last time you see them. Hurt 2. Choke on mat 2. Wild Samoan Sika reverses it. Get a sip of water here. Double chop to the neck 2. Brian Pillman reverses it. Head slam 2. Dazed 1. Elbow smash 2. Down 3. Death jump. Climbing up to the top. Blast you with a flying clothesline, and you are in trouble. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. Choice F. Let's see. Gonna go. Let's see. Power's a -3. So gonna have to go for the agility, and this will be a 9 or less. 7. It does work. Dazed 1. Gonna tag in Austin. Austin comes in with a knee lift, but does not have the power. Into the turnbuckle. Gets whipped into the turnbuckle. It's a reversal. He goes into the turnbuckle. You count the turnbuckle with a big specialty move. but the opponent, better turnbuckle rating. That's going to be Austin. He rolls on level 3 offense. There's the stun gun. Target is 4. They're not going to use a pin save. Roll is an 8. And there is a sidewalk slam, 3, down 3, and Sika going to roll out of the ring, grabs Austin, whips him into the turnbuckle post, throws him back in, locks in the trapezius nerve clamp. Hurt 2, can he make the tag? Let's see. Yes, he is able to make the tag. Here comes Pillman. Snapmare 1, dazed 1, can Sika make the tag? Yes, he is able to make the tag. And here comes Afa with an eye gouge. Hurt 2. Can he make the tag? Target is 6. Yes, he is able to. Quick tags here. I don't know if these are hot tags, but there's something. Choice D. Power. He's going to go for it. 7 or less. No, it doesn't work. Double team in corner. Let me make a little note here. Double team in corner, 3 tags. So that brings back in Sika, and that is a hurt 2. Kick to the rib cage, choice A. And let's see, throw the opponent into the ropes. What are his ropes? Or a B. His power is a 0. Gonna throw him into the ropes. You count the ropes, the opponent puts you down with a running back elbow. Opponent rolls on level 2 offense. Into the turnbuckle, he is gonna roll up. Standing drop kick, choice D. Going to go for the power move. 9 or less. It works. Hurt 2. And into the turnbuckle. Nope. Going to roll up instead. Shoulder block 2. That will work. Hurt 2. Can he make the tag to Pillman? Yes, he can. They're all making their tags here. Snapmare 1. Wild Samoan Sika reverses it. Tries an elbow drop, but that is not going to work. Choice B. Going to whip Sika into the turnbuckle. The wrestler with the better turnbuckle rating, they're equal. So Pillman rolls on level 3. Choice F. Ooh, going to have to go for the agility. And this will work on a 9 or less. It does not. Sika whips him into the turnbuckle, and he lifts a knee. And there is choice B. Going to whip him into the turnbuckle, and it's a reversal. Pillman goes into the turnbuckle, crushed by a big kick. Kick to the ribcage, choice A. Going to go for the power. This will work on a 9 or less. 6. It does. Hurt 2. They are going to try a double team attempt here. Double team attempt. They are hurt. And primary roll on selected chart. Your team smashes the opponent with a big double atomic drop or a huge double backdrop. Roll on level 3 offense. There is a bear hug. Locks it in. Down 3. Going to try and make the tag. Not able to do it. And gets tossed out of the ring. Pillman outside of the ring. A brawl erupts. The wrestler with the better ring rating. That is going to be Sika. Sika rolls on level 3 and tosses him right out of the ring again. But Pillman slams him into the remains of the announcer's table. He might be disqualified here, and he is. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. End of the match, and disqualification loss. So let's see. Sika, Brian Pillman, DQ after whip into announce table. I'll give it 1 star, but just barely 1 star there. I don't know. We need to do something with the tag teams in this OCW, but we're also close to the end of the year. So here we go. All right, here is your main event. The fans have been waiting for. Ernie Ladd gets a hero's welcome as he comes back out. We're going to put up our second manager interference there, and we're going to roll the dice on this grudge match. Killer Kahn going to start things off with a forearm face rake 2. Hurt 2, excuse me. Into the turnbuckle. Whips him into the turnbuckle, crushed by a big kick. There's a Mongolian chop. Hurt 2. Oriental spike 3. Add 1. And that is a hurt 2. Shrieking head stomps 2. Ernie Ladd rolls out of the way. Roundhouse punches, but Kahn stops him. Shrieking overhand chops, but again, Ernie Ladd able to stop him and hits him with a big clothesline. He is hurt. Another big clothesline. He is down. Killer Kahn rolls out of the ring, crawls helplessly back in, and gets tossed out of the ring anyway. He grabs Ladd, whips him into the turnbuckle post, throws him back in, rolls on level 3, and tosses him out of the ring again. The opponent comes out. He pile drives him on the floor. Ernie Ladd might be counted out here. Target is 3. Roll is a 10. He is able to make it back into the ring, but then gets tossed right out of the ring. But Killer Kahn gets grabbed by the leg, whips into the turnbuckle post, thrown back in. There's some hard stomps of his own. Hurt too. High back body drop, choice A. Let's see. What are his ropes? His ropes are a C. Whips him into the ropes. But no. Kahn hits him with another pile driver. And then the side backbreaker. And follows that up with a death jump, climbing up to the top, blasts him with a clothesline, and then throws him out of the ring. You wouldn't want to do that. But Killer Kahn now has a chair. And I think, let's see, I think Gary Hart's going to try and distract the ref while Kahn hits him with this chair. It is a fail. The ref sees it. So Killer Kahn going to have to roll his DQ. And he is not disqualified, smashes him with the chair, throws him back in, and going to roll on level 3 offense. Tree of Woe, 3, add 1, disqualification 4, no disqualification there. And that is a hurt 2. Vicious chop to the throat, hurt 2. Oriental Spike, 3, add 1. That busts Ernie Ladd open. And he is rolling his pin. Target is 6. Roll is a 5. And the fans distraught as Killer Kahn able to defeat the man that he injured or helped it. Well, it was he had the match. And it was Killer Kahn versus Ernie Ladd when all the rest of the guys attacked him. But Killer Kahn picks up the victory there with the Oriental Spike. And let's see, that will get 1 star for the grudge match. And then 2, that is 2.5. So that is 3.5 stars there. Fans not happy, but that's the way it goes. All right, let's head over to our rankings just to check out the rankings and see where we stand. With things right now before we wrap up the evening. Outlaw Championship Wrestling, Dick the Bruiser is your champ. Terry Funk right behind him. David Schultz. Yeah, I think it might be David Schultz, Mongolian Stomper for the number 1 contendership. We shall see. And then tag team, Steiner Brothers, Chain Gang, Wild Samoans. No movement here. The Hollywood Blondes, I don't know. I think they might be going. Ron Simmons, 5 and 10. Yeah. There you go, friends. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big thank you to all the Golden Circle channel members who get to watch this video. The moment it is edited and put up, it won't be out for months and months. I'm recording this on October 30th. So if you're seeing it the day it becomes public, that's how long it is. But the Golden Circle channel members get to see it before anyone else. That's going to do it. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.